Katisha, girl, where you going? I'm not done with you yet. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back, girl.
From hookups to blowups and everything in between, this is Reality Recap. We've got all the highlights, lowlights, and messy fights. So let's dish.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pam Unfiltered. If you guys are new, how y'all doing? This is Love is Blind UK, Season 2, Episode 4. Now, this episode picks up where we left off, and that is Patrick breaking up with Anu. He is definitely breaking up. He is done, honey. So he goes and he tells her, listen, I need to listen to my spleen. I need to listen to my intuition. All a bunch of bullshit. And, he tells her we and I are not right together. In the beginning, we were strong, but now I can see that we ain't connecting. I'm done. So as he's breaking up with Anu is just sitting there and she's taking them deep breaths, honey. She's just like, and can I be honest with you? I don't think it was deep breaths because he was breaking up with her. I think, well, yeah, you can say that. I just think she was relieved. I think she had intuition like he did and knew that he wasn't the one for her. You know what I mean? And then as he's continued to explain himself and breaking up with her, she starts to cry. I don't think she was crying because he was breaking up with her. I think she was crying because she put her all in this experiment. When you see Love is Blind, you get a couple of couples that actually stay together. And I think she thought that she could be one of those couples. She wanted to put her all into this experiment. And when Patrick was the last man standing with her and she put her all into him and he broke up with her, it was a failure. And I think that's why she was crying, not because she wasn't with Patrick. Patrick is nothing to call home for. This man has created a job title and probably a job. He's talking about intuitions and spleens. Please, con artist. Okay? So again, I think she was really crying because she felt like the experiment failed her. So now we get Jed and Bardah. Excuse me, I call her Buddha. Jed and Bardah in the pods. And this is where Jed is going to propose to her. But before he proposed to her, he is just so excited. He's like, I could just see her again, at my mother's, Sunday roast. And, he confesses his love to her. I love you. I want to continue this journey with you. Will you marry me? She says absolutely yes. And that ends their final pod date. Now we get kieranandmegan meeting. And honey, I am so excited for her to see him. The door's open. They see each other and Kieran is excited and he likes what he sees, and I know Megan likes what she sees. They come together, they kiss. He's like, oh my God, like, you are fit, you are gorgeous. And she's like, did you think I was a redhead? And he was like, no, but baby, I like it. And he tells her, I love you. And then he says, when we were in the pods and I proposed to you, he said, I didn't get down on my knee because I only want to do this once and one time only. He gets down on his knees. He proposed to her. She says yes. Again, with the I love you. She does not say it to him. They have a seat. They talk. They kiss. I mean, he is loving on her. He's like, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. She is so excited. I know she think he's beautiful because he is. And, they talk a little bit. They only have about that much time in that area where they can have a conversation. He's like, I want to watch you walk. And he's like walking backwards. And she's like, I want to see you too. But they eventually turn around and walk away. And that ends their meeting. So now we get the decision that we're all waiting for from Miss Katisha. You are a disappointment. As a Black woman, and I don't care where you are as a Black woman. She lives in Scotland. We live here. We're Black women here in America, Canada, the Caribbean, Africa, Australia, Russia, Germany, wherever. It doesn't matter. We are all considered aggressive women. And for some odd reason, a lot of us always has to take a lead when it comes to relationships. Not all of us, but a lot of us. A lot of us want the man to take care of us. Our own Mr. Darcy. Our own soft life. We crave soft life. And it's there in her face. And she decides to crush it, stomp it for this fuckboy. So she has both guys in the pods awaiting for her. She's walking. She says, I've made my decision. So we get her meeting Demola first. And when she gets into the pods, he is excited because he is ready. He is ready to propose to her. Because what did she say to him in the previous episode? You have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. So he is all set on making her his wife, taking his last name. So when she gets in a pod and she has this tone, he automatically knows there's something wrong. He said, are you okay? There's something wrong. And she tells him, like, listen, I already told you there was another connection. He's like, he is taken aback. He's just like, what is going on here? You just told me not to worry about. What made you change your mind in 24 hours? And she confesses, she says, you know, there are times with our connection wasn't there romantically. And he is just highly disappointed. And pretty much he knows that she's gonna choose Javin. And baby, right then and there, like I said in the last episode, I'd have been like, he don't like you like that. The way he be talking about you in these male quarters. He be laughing and joking. He don't like you, girl. You are a conquest. You are a game to him. You are a game. Once he wins this game, he don't want you no more. He gonna move on to the next one. But he don't say that because he's a classy man. But he is so hurt. And I feel so bad for him that she could do that to him. So they break up. He leaves, you know, and he goes into the pods. And the guys are so excited because she reassured him. And that's what he said to the other guys. So they were excited. They was like, oh my God, Demola's going to get engaged and Javin is going to get crushed. But when he comes in and he says no, they're just like, whoa, what's going on? And the one person you can see is just like, what is Cal? Cal is just confused. He's pissed. And he's like, what kind of girl is this? He's like, let me tell you something. If she could change her mind like that, she ain't the one for you. She's not the one for you. And he apologizes and he feels really bad for Demola, right? Get her in the pod with Javin. Now, when she's speaking to him, Javin is like, you know, last night I was ready to leave. But he wanted to hear her out. And she tells him that pretty much you're the one for me. I broke up Demola. I want to be with you. And he's like, I'm shocked because you told me that's who you wanted to go with. Now you like changed your mind? He's like, I was prepared to leave. I was going to leave. My bags are packed. I was ready to skedaddle. Can't even say the damn word. I'm ready to go. And she's like, no, I choose you. So then after that, he goes, well, this is a turn of events. He's like, well, I told the guys the only way I was proposing to you is if you would propose to me. She's like, I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's some shady shit. This is a guy you want? He's so immature. What? Mind you guys, she doesn't see him. She doesn't know what he looks like. Yes, she knows he's a black man, but she doesn't know what he looks like. All she's getting is his personality. And I don't understand how she doesn't see that it's not a turnoff. I would find that to be extreme turnoff. But he says, you know, I didn't prepare nothing for this proposal because I didn't think I was gonna be proposing to you. He says, will you marry me? She says yes, and that's the end of their date. I can't with you, Katisha. You are sabotaging, what you want. I don't know if you think you're not good enough for it, that the previous guy damaged you so much, which I'm sorry, in 6 years, you could have healed a little bit better. I mean, a little bit more from it. But it's just like, I don't know. The reason why you and Demola don't have a romantic connection or wasn't there is because he was giving you positive affirmations and you just couldn't take it. Because any of the dates that we've seen, where was not the romantic connection? I'm confused. From what I've seen from the conversations between you and Demola were more meaningful with the ones with you and Javine. You and Javine to me don't talk about nothing. Nothing. Outside him telling you he wants to have sex every day. That's alluring to you. That's one. Oh, that's the one. He wants to bang my guts out every day. That is what you said. That's the one for me. You don't deserve a Mr. Darcy. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it as of now. You're not ready for a Mr. Darcy. You're ready. You're still here for a fuck boy. And that's what you got. We get Javin in the quarters and says, yup, well, I'm engaged. And Demola is just so heartbroken. And they keep showing Cal. Cal is more mad. I don't say hurtful. More mad than Demola, visibly. So then Javin sits with Demola. And he's like, yeah, I didn't know I was going to get engaged. And you could see he start to slowly, like he always does when he comes from a date from her, kind of turn the conversation negative. And Demola says, that's it. We don't got to say nothing. Let's celebrate. Let's properly celebrate his engagement. They all come together. They do a cheers. And it's just so much hurt on his face. And I hope when we see the reunion that he's found someone. And it better not be her. She better not have backtracked to Demola. I hope he's found someone. And if he has yet to find one as of this reunion, he's definitely going to have a lot of people in his DMs. Because as Black women or any other woman, we are looking for a man like him. And for that man to be in her face, affirming her, sight unseen, and she said no, because she want to be boned every day. Oh, his DMs gonna be packed. They definitely gonna be packed. Before we go, I just want to say this about Katisha, right? And geography. I think Katisha feels the way she feels is because her type is undesirable, right? And it might be because of her type. I'm assuming Katisha's preference is a Black man, right? And it is known that Black men in the UK prefer non-Black women. It's shown time and time again. And here in the United States and here in Canada, Katisha is the desirable, the light-skinned, biracial looking Black woman. And I think because of where she comes from and she's not the desirable one, I think it makes her have major insecurities. Because if Katisha lived here in America or Canada, trust me, she would not be the way she is because she is the preferred. She's the tall, light-skinned, natural hair, beautiful woman. And even to her type and outside her type, she is the one that the man is always going to go for. And I think that also brings out her insecurities. I just wanted to throw that little nugget out of there, right? So now we get all the couples in Cyprus. They are, looking at their hotel room. They're enjoying each other. We got a lot of people in the pool. We got a lot of people just talking, unpacking. And then we get Sarover and Cal in the pool. And Cal is a ride or die for Demola. Do you hear what I'm saying? So he's telling Sarover, there's one person that I want to see because I want her to pretty much answer why she did that to Demola. And, Sarova is riding for her friend. She's like, it was a very hard decision for her. I think she kept a lot of her cards to her chest. She didn't really express too much, when she was in the quarters and, pretty much just give her a little grace. But then they go into a conversation about their types, right? And she says, you're my type completely, Asian boy, pretty boy, that's like physically fit, that's always in the gym. He tells her, you're not my physical type. The place that I grew up is not a lot of us. There's not a lot of Arabic people, Middle Eastern people. A lot of people up there are white. So my type that I've always dated has been a blonde colored eye white woman. And clearly Sarova is not that. But he said he's happy that she's not his physical type because obviously it didn't work in the past. But because he said that to her, you can see an insecurity in Sarova develop. And I feel, and maybe I'm wrong, I won't be convinced until they get to the altar, but I feel like maybe Cal is dropping this little nugget for a reason. That if he doesn't say yes at the altar, it's because, listen, I've tried, you're not my my type, but I really, really tried, and I can't get with it. But I think he's dropping it, so just in case he does say that, she won't be so shocked. Maybe I'm wrong, because he says it repeatedly, so I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe he's throwing that little nugget in there for a reason. I don't know. Again, I might be wrong, right? After we see Sarova and Cal, we get Katisha and Javan on a dinner date. Is this just me, or this is one of the most awkward dates you've ever seen? They look like they don't even know how to have a conversation. He's always chuckling. She's always like, They just look so awkward, weird. And to me, they look like they don't have conversations. It looks like it's so hard to say a sentence to one another. Is it just me, or am I crazy? So then now we get the next day, we get them on their own personal cameras, and they're telling us how the night was. A lot of them did a couple, a little bit of cuddles. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Sarova and Cal had sex. I think Kieranandmegan had sex. I don't think Billy and Ashley had sex. And I'm on the fence with Bardah and Jed. I'm not sure. They probably just did like a little cuddle sessions. But then we get Javine by the pool, and he's pretty much saying that he ate that kitty in the hideaway. He's like, yeah, we had a good time. We didn't sleep. And I'm just like, he's just telling her business like that. All right. But clearly that's what he wanted. And I'm going to be very honest with you. If he didn't get the kitty in the hideaway that night, I think he would have been upset. Because remember, he told her he needs to have sex every day. I'm just saying. So now we get them all together at a pool parties. Everybody is seeing each other. Mind you, everybody doesn't know what everybody looks like. So they're like, oh my God, you're such and such. How you doing? Oh my God, hey, how you guys doing? Everybody's enjoying the pool. People separate. The guys are like, how was last night? Someone was like, I'm a gentleman. I ain't gonna say nothing. Javin is like, listen, he was like, he got that kitty. And it was like, oh God. I think Cal wanted to know what Kieran had, did a little thing, but Kieran was like, listen, I'm a gentleman. I'm not telling you my business. Some of the girls are talking. And then when Cal sees Bardah and Ashley, specifically Bardah, he's like, oh, Bardah's completely my type. And I'm just like, all you saw was the blonde hair, because even though Bardah is a beautiful woman, Bardah wears a lot of makeup, and it's just like, what does she really look like? She wears a lot of makeup, and I'm assuming she's a beautiful woman under there, but I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to say that. So he says that, but clearly as he's interacting with Bardah and interacting with Ashley, Sarova's in a corner looking like, he did say that was his type. And, and the insecurities is just growing and growing and growing and growing. But again, everybody's like interacting. Everybody's in the pool having a good time. But we do get a conversation between Bardah, Ashley, and Katisha. And Bardah is telling the girls, like, we profess our love to one another. We love each other. Ashley reciprocates the same thing that her and Billy went through. And then here come Katisha. That's all good for y'all, and I'm not knocking y'all, but me and him, we have not said I love you to each other. It's way too early to say that. That's not how I roll. This is not what she said verbatim, but verbatim. But it's just like, that's not how we roll. I'm not saying it until I mean it. And the girls is looking at her like, okay, all right. And Ashley's wheels are just turning. She knows something ain't right between the two. She's just sitting there. She's like, okay, whatever. But then we also get what's his name, Javin, talking to the guys, and he's pretty much saying like, we haven't said I love you to one another. We have these couple of weeks to determine if I do love her and want to get married. And the guys is looking at him like, you should have determined that before you came out the pods. Like, this part of the experiment is for us to be on a honeymoon. Like, I don't think this is right for y'all. So then again, it continues on with everybody in the pool enjoying each other. And then Cal just had to pull Katisha to the side, honey. He was just like, can I talk to you? He was like, listen, Demola was really hurt. What made you change your mind within 24 hours? Because what did you say? Like, what did you say to Demola to make him feel so sure and in turn for you to hurt him like that? And Katisha is taken aback as to why Cal's asking her these questions. And she's like, listen, it has nothing to do with Demola. I just felt more of a connection with Javin. And, she pretty much hides and she doesn't say what she says to Demola, but you could clearly tell she's pissed off that Cal came up to her and asked her this question because technically it's not his business, but he's going to stick up for his friend, and that's where the episode ends. What are y'all thoughts on this episode? I'm sorry, Katisha, you are on my shit list. I cannot believe, and mind you, Demola is not an ugly man. This is a grown man looking for marriage. He is sweet. He wants to honor you. He's loving. He got a nice job. And you sat there and wanted to go with a fuckboy. She said, oh yeah, this is the man I want to marry. I'm perplexed. Again, what are your thoughts? Please leave them down below in the comment section. If you have yet to like or subscribe this video and my channel, please do. And I'll see you guys in episode 5.